Hello, Taurus. Welcome to KK Superstar Tarot and Astrology. I'm going to do this month's reading, the reading for May for Taurus. We just had Mars move into your 12th house of Aries, and we have currently in your first house Venus, Sun, Jupiter, Uranus. So I'm going to do a 3-card spread, kind of beginning of month, middle of month, end of month. And I'm using the King Cran's Wild Unknown archetype deck first, pull out like kind of the major energies, and then to get some clarity, I'll be using the Line Strider Tarot. So let's, here we go. Ooh, fun. For the first beginning of the month, we have the Judge. Well, that's the Judge and the Starborn. That's fun. Hatching something new. So I'll talk about them all. Oh, and underneath that's the mountain. I'll talk about them all once I get them all out. Then we'll talk about it. Okay, mid-month. Lots of action going on mid-month because Jupiter moves into your second house. Ooh, I am getting this energy lately. Apocalypse and the fault line. So something cracking open, something revealed, big, coming up from the depths. And then at the end of the month, what do we have? How does May go out? The end of the month. Hey, what do we have for the end of the month here? For Taurus. Sometimes they don't feel like chatting, but I know they're getting you a good one. So many. Going deep. So for the end of the month, okay, got the Sword, the Bardo, and the Thread. Okay, so let's talk about this, how the month comes in with the Judge and the Starborn. Feels like a lot of creative energy, definitely. Something's cracking open. So the Judges is it feels very Saturnian to me. You know, literally black and white, very sectioned off, like sharp corners compared to this kind of like the great unknown, the starborn, the universal, with an idea here just beginning to hatch, I would say. It's like you're trying to put structure on something that is impossible to be structured. Does that make sense? Like if you're making a sculpture out of Play-Doh, the corners aren't going to be that sharp, you know. Maybe sand is a better idea. Like you're not building out of wood. You're building out of kind of the stuff of the universe with the starborn. But there's something you want, something that you're asking for, maybe looking to others to receive. But what I'm getting is that it's yours to create with the starborn. Then in the middle of the week, we get a big breakthrough. It's as if this egg here in the starborn, we're kind of zoomed up. It's cracked open, and what is revealed? This very complicated, beautiful lace work. Like the veil is lifted. Oh, that is what it is. The veil is lifted. And we see what's behind the veil. What is behind the veil? This fiery energy. This is interesting because Mars, as I said, Mars just moved into Aries, and Aries is your 12th house. And the 12th house is very much like the house we can't see. Like it's the house of the unknown. It's also the house of the undoing, is what they say. So it looks like you're going to get a sneak peek, actually, into what that was about, because a lot of all these planets, Venus and the Sun and Mercury and Chiron and the eclipse, everything was just passing through your 12th house. So it feels like, oh, I bet you what's going to happen is Mercury's going to move into Taurus. Let me check. When does that happen for you? Mercury moves into Taurus. Dun, 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 dun. On May 16th, in the middle of the month. So that's what's going to happen. You're going to get some information about what the heck has been going on in your 12th house. It's cracking open. Here comes the info. Here does come the info, because also in this, at the end of the month, what do we get? The sword. The sword. The crack open here. This fault line with the, this is like Uranian energy, that lightning. The bardo is the in-between space, the liminal. So we're getting information about that 12th house, that liminal space, and how we're attached, what we're attached to. It's kind of the idea behind the thread is that there's always a connection. And sometimes we just don't see it, but the thread is always there. So this is great information. You're going to get to see what's been hidden from you. That Mercury's coming in. Mercury is air sign. It is an air energy. It's deciphering. I love it. Okay, so we're going to see what is going to be created out of this otherworldly energy. Well, let's ask the Line Strider Tarot. Here, I'll show you that box. I can't pronounce her name. Like Ciolo Thompson. Ciolo Thompson. I don't know. So, but I love her deck, or his deck. I don't know, their deck. So please clarify the Judge and the Starborn for the energy for Taurus at the beginning of the month. The Judge and the Starborn. Judge and the Starborn. The Moon. Ooh, it's a good one. It is our creativity. The unbirthed. How do we make form out of our emotional body, out of our desires. Our intuition. So interesting. Okay. And then mid-month, tell me about the fault line and apocalypse, please. Fault line and apocalypse. Please clarify the fault. Oops. Fault line. I always say oops, even though I'm trying to get the cards out. Oops, here comes cards. Woo. It is Aries energy. So I say that because here we have the Emperor, which is Aries energy. Nine of Swords, little fox sitting under the moon. Six of Swords, moving to lands unknown. With the King of Swords underneath. So as I was saying, it's all this very mercurial energy, the swords, this energy of the mind breaking through from the unknown. Nine of Swords can be we're up in our head, trying to figure things out in the dark. This is a very moody, dark Six of Swords. Usually it means moving on to brighter shores. How do people say that? To calmer shores. From trouble to untrouble. But it feels like almost like an escape. That's what this is giving me. They are escaping. You know, it's like the awakening, but you're still in the dark here. It's still very dark. This moon, still very night energy, you know. So Nine of Swords can really be anxiety. Like, how do I get out of here? How do I escape? You know, when something cracks open in us and we're covered with this veil, you know, how do we get out from under it? That's your middle of the week. Then we have the end of, middle of the month. So what does the end of the month bring with the sword, the bardo, and the thread? Clarify the sword. Whoops. Clarify the sword, the bardo, and the thread. Please clarify the sword, the bardo, and the thread. So what kind of was trying to pop out was the Two of Swords, so which is indecision. But let's see what does pop out. Ooh, Judgment again. Wow, yes. Interesting. So we started off, so here's the Judgment card. And we started off, if you remember, with the Judge. So the answer, the Judge gives a judgment by the end of the month. You get a message, another sword, a Page of Swords. The page comes with the message. See all the little meals, envelopes here coming in? Page is the messenger. Page of Swords, he carries the sword here. He carries the information, the decision about something that you were feeling maybe heartbroken. Oh yeah, you were feeling a little heartbroken. The moon can be about the heart. Something you were feeling heartbroken about. In the emotional body, underneath we have the siren. That's going deep into the emotions. Oh, and then this Five of Cups. See this owl? I don't know if you can see it here. This owl is hatching her eggs. She's being very protective. So fascinating, right? See that egg with the star born? The owl's kind of protective of it. The owl also night bird. So in this last part of the month, you have this answer to this first part, which is nice. They're doing it on the monthly. Sometimes these things can take years, but so we gotta have the judge and the starborn at the beginning of the month, answered by some clarity. That sword is clarity, with the judgment and the owl. It could be about an idea that you had. Um, but it feels like self-knowledge, because we're talking about the 12th house. Um, is and with the 12th house, that part of ourselves that we can't see, the part that's kept from us. Sometimes it's uh, hidden enemies is what they call it. This doesn't feel like hidden enemies. It feels like one's own internal enemy, which is uh, the veil of our own self, how we keep things hidden from ourselves, and how we keep it, like with Aries for you Taurians, like that is a strong and powerful gatekeeper there. The Emperor not letting you see, not letting you come into your 12th house, but you crack it open, you get through. It could be Mars coming through and cracking it open. You're going deep within. With Mars in such an internal space, like just be careful to not beat yourself up. Like Mars can be is the warrior, the fighter. Um, yeah, underneath here we have the tower. So it's like you went through a tower moment. Uranus is also associated with the tower, and Uranus is um, currently in Taurus. And we had that Jupiter Uranus conjunction, which could have felt like a tower moment to some of you. And it could be actually how things got cracked open. Let me just pull one more card about for advice for Taurus. What advice do you have for Taurus to navigate this month? What advice do you have? What advice for my Taurus? Taurians. Do you have any advice? Oh boy. Four of Pentacles, which is kind of perfect for the Taurus energy. So Taurus is ruled by Venus. Female figure here. She likes stability. Taurus does. Oh, and she's got a little bird. I don't know what it in the background. This little messenger bird. So Taurus likes stability. Taurus is earth. Taurus is solid. Like, and Four of Pentacles is some solid energy. What you want is stability. Like keep all 4 feet on the ground kind of feeling. Um, like I want to say luxuriate in your home. That's what I want to say. So that's what I'm saying. Like keep stable, keep grounded, and keep listening and aware. She seems very aware of what's going on. And also, it's interesting because if you can see in this card, there's all this darkness in the background, and she's kind of staying out of it, staying out of the fray, stepping away. from all the smoke for clear vision. So that's it. That is your reading for May, for the month of May. Thank you so much. Please like and subscribe. And if you want a private reading, you can hit me up at astrologywithkk.com. Thank you.